Wasting tomorrow.
Does look demented.
It does look demented.
I'm not a big Korn fan, but did you see like the latest like video or cover they had for their album?
No, not
It's
at
just
all.
like a shitload of cables, someone wrapped in cables like that, and that's what it makes me think of.
Just a wrapped up fucking corn cover.
It does look
Yeah, well, because
retarded. Look.
yeah, well, I can undo the mic and redo it that much if you want.
One.
If it's annoying you
we're
that
recording
much.
now.
One,
Two.
One,
three.
two, 1, 2.
So I have to be close to that fucking mic, but I don't want to be sitting like this here the whole time. Like.
Why don't you move just to the side of the camera?
It's weird enough. Like. Fuck it. It's recording now, anyway.
Focus.
Focus, John. Focus.
That's recording, so fucking work away there. It's recording.
Is that hitting? Yeah. Is it still going? Right. That's good. So what episode number is this? Was this 6?
Episode 6. Wasting tomorrow. My name is Paul.
And I am Ryan.
Oh, hold on. I had a whole new thing.
Oh shit!
Hold
Oh
on,
fuck!
right.
Sorry for interrupting you.
No. All right. I'm going way off track now. Wasting Tomorrow, episode 6. The title, who knows? I'm Paul, straight out of the slums of Shaolin. This is Ryan.
Definitely not straight out of the slums of Shaolin. I wish I was.
No, we just have to say it. I don't know.
But yeah, I'm from fucking straight out of slums out of the Shaolin too. Then
And from the mean streets of Killyclare. the man, the myth.
I'm Gavin,
yeah, the
straight out of Compton.
Exactly.
Killyclare, the Compton of Ireland.
I'm Takio, so that's it.
That's good.
I need to turn that light off on there.
Introductions over.
Sweet.
Get this fucking
Just run
wires
into it now.
everywhere.
I'll blur your
That's
face
it,
out.
alright, I don't mind.
Or Harry Potter will come wafting in and
Throwing magic spells up, being like.
Masvidal is the badass motherfucker.
Got the BMF belt. Yeah, that's who
what
it
a
is.
fucking joke.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's just it could have been stopped because of that fucking cut, and there you go. But like Nate Diaz says himself, you touch him and he fucking starts to bleed. But at the same time, it was a bad cut. It's just a bit of an anticlimactic finish to that whole thing because they built it up so much. But part of me couldn't hide my delight at watching how disappointed The Rock was.
Oh yeah.
Like,
what a dick.
That was
What a dick.
so.
Walking out with that belt
yeah.
over his shoulder. Yeah.
Oh, he was so smug coming out there whenever his fucking rock music came in, and he's coming. I'm surprised. No, the reason why he couldn't do it, if there was ropes there for him to jump on and fucking stand up on the top rope and do his rock fucking thing, he would have done it. I'm surprised he didn't try and jump on top of the cage and do it.
Yeah, no, the FBI or Secret Service would have had him.
That's
fucking
right.
Down on the ground.
The Dawn was there.
He was there.
Was he wearing a fucking Make America Great Again hat?
No, I think just Colby was wearing that.
Okay.
I don't think.
Was Kobe
anyone-
beside his best buddy? Did they
I
get, did he
don't
get
know,
a
maybe he
place
was-
of honor?
Maybe he was sitting on top of Colby. Maybe he was using Colby as a seat. I don't know. What I did see this week that I want to make a shout out: Diego Sanchez.
Diego?
Diego Sanchez, yeah, he's not going to fight in the UFC anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's leaving the UFC.
Oh.
But that epic interview he had, where Helwani, where he's like talking about who Diego Sanchez is, like
Yeah.
talking about himself. But the latest one I heard with him and Luke Thomas, he's like, I don't even know how you describe it. He's like not human.
Diego says himself that he's not human.
He is reversing the aging process because he's not human. He's ascended to a higher level.
Like Super Saiyan? Like he's
man,
leveled up?
You need to see the interview.
I
with
need to
Diego,
watch it,
yeah.
man,
Seriously, thinking the guy has CTE.
100%.
It's entertaining nonetheless.
Oh, yeah. It's
yeah.
like after that last time you told me about that interview and then I watched it on YouTube, like I sat at the back one night having a smoke watching that, just fucking dying. Like, it's so fucking funny. And it shouldn't be funny because you're laughing at a man's mental decline. But it's just, he's been hit in the fucking head too many times. I don't think Diego Sanchez, could be wrong, but he mightn't have been the most well-adjusted dude to begin with. And
I think he's just gone off the deep end.
well, that's what I mean. All the
He's
fucking...
left Jackson Wink, and his trainer now lives in another country.
Then Diego.
Yeah, like I think his trainer lives in like Peru or something,
That's good.
and Diego is where Diego is.
He is.
I don't know where Diego is. Probably New Arizona or something.
Doesn't know himself.
Jackson Wink is it New Arizona?
Jackson Winks in New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Albuquerque, I think.
New York. There's no such thing as
I
New
was going to say New Arizona. You making
Mexico.
You making up a whole
Jackson Winks in
different
New
state
Mexico.
there?
I was thinking there, like, fucking hell.
I thought that's what you said, but that's what I was about to say. You know, oh well.
You're welcome, America. That's another great idea to use in some brand somewhere.
It'll come at some stage. It's
New
Arizona.
Arizona iced tea.
Here, Arizona iced tea. Send us some iced tea, preferably
any ad breaks.
raspberry and lemon.
I'll buy that domain name so then we can sell it.
New Arizona.
NewArizona.com and NewArizonatea.com and any other New Arizona.
Any merchandise, any sort of lovely beverages and stuff like that they want to send us to have us promote, we'll do it. Because
Arizona.com. Arizona.com.
I'm sure there is an Arizona.com. I bet you. Nah, because
they should run it up as like competition to Amazon. So
Amazon,
any
Arizona.
people spell mistakes, so they type in Amazon, they type in Arizona by mistake. It looks like Amazon.
It's just all
and
the
they just
same.
take all their credit card details.
steal that
Yeah.
shit.
So then when the people do go back to Amazon doesn't know what the fuck's
Like,
going
what are
on.
you talking about?
I got it completely wrong, hey, about, I thought Diaz would win.
Diaz would win.
But you never know, man, because it's like
Masvidal was battering him.
I was.
Just taking it easy, like.
He whipped his ass.
He did.
Like, I
Really
I
did.
didn't think it was going to go like that at all.
No,
He could have finished him, like, if he wanted to.
I don't think so, man. Like he did fuck it. He was trying to fucking put him out. Like
But there was times, you know, when he was just lying down and he turned away and walked away and stuff.
it's because Masvidal doesn't want to get into it on the ground with Nate Diaz. Like he will fucking tie you up like a pretzel and fucking elbow the fuck out of you while he's doing it, man. But like Masvidal, like sure you seen even in the first in the first 30 seconds or the first minute, whenever he hit him with that couple punches and Diaz went down and he fucking face kicked him. And like Diaz just got back up,
yeah,
man.
that's right.
He was dazed, like, you know, and it took it out of him, but anybody else probably would have been out at that, like.
Do you think if it had went into the fourth round, Diaz would have slightly got better with all that?
I don't know, man,
condition?
because he is a fucking weird dude to watch fight, because he does go the distance all the time, and he doesn't give a fuck about getting punched in the face. Like, it's just, it just doesn't take it out of him, and he just keeps going, and he wears dudes down. Now, who's to say he would have been able to wear Masvidal down? I really don't know. I
I was pretty impressed, hey, with fucking Masvidal, like.
Yeah, but Masvidal's a whole different beast, man. This past wee while, I just can't believe how much, like, he's always been good, but I never really fucking thought anything of him, and then this past while, he's just like, fuck. He is on a tear. You reckon it's the Jesus hair?
It's the hair, man. Yeah.
Samson shit? Maybe he is, man.
Because, yeah, he looked trashy when he had short hair and that beard.
Mm-hmm. I agree, he did. He
I
looked
don't
really
even want
weird.
to use the word I could use to describe him then. But, yeah, like, he looks, that bit more photogenic now. And he's got his personality seems to have come out, like.
Yeah.
Like, back in the day, like, he seemed like a dick. He didn't have that personality, but...
Yeah.
Did you see him in the post-fight interview just eating a pizza?
No,
And,
I didn't watch any of that.
No, I didn't watch it.
They were asking him about Conor McGregor. Would you fancy, fighting him? Like, he shot him down pretty well, like.
Of course he would do it because of the fucking amount of money he would
Yeah,
make.
the amount
Like,
of money
he
he
would
would
make a
get.
shitload.
Didn't really. So
He
did
would.
he always fought at 170?
No, he fought at 155.
Yeah.
Right. So it could be a matchup that could be made.
Oh, yeah.
He would destroy
You
McGregor.
reckon?
Fucking right.
McGregor in his prime.
There's fucking if he had to hit McGregor with those shots that he hit Nate Diaz with, McGregor would have been fucking done.
But he wouldn't have hit McGregor with those shots.
Maybe, I don't know.
McGregor, I'd be more competitive than you think.
It'd be
I
more
think,
competitive than I think, but at the same time, I think Masvidal now, even the way he is now, but if he had to fight McGregor back in his prime, fuck. I
Does
don't
he
know.
always keep it stood up? Like,
Yeah.
I haven't watched enough.
As
Like,
he always keeps, he likes to
that
keep it
plays into
standing.
McGregor, like. McGregor doesn't want to go to ground. Like.
No,
Yeah,
he
well,
doesn't.
It depends what happens with Usman and Colby. If Colby beats Usman, then it's going to be Colby and Masvidal. If not, then it's going to be Masvidal and McGregor. So McGregor's going to fight Cowboy.
Yeah.
And then after that, then it'll probably be, if it's not Masvidal, then it'll be fucking Gagey.
You would think McGregor would go through Cowboy.
Don't know, man.
It just depends what McGregor's been up to. Like, there's talk that he's just been fucking.
All he needs is a
rise,
win, man. Like all he
taking
needs,
drugs.
all he needs is one win. Like people forget that he did starch fucking Eddie Alvarez, and Alvarez beat Gagey,
Yeah.
and fucking beat Dos Anjos, and was most violent fighter UFC. Like he didn't put a glove on McGregor.
Yeah.
Aldo, best fucking featherweight of all time, arguably. Barely fucking put a finger on him. Did get a punch off, but he was unconscious when he did it.
After McGregor's beating those names, they just went to shit. Do you know?
Eddie had his moments, like.
But he's really just off the fucking. You never hear about Eddie Alvarez.
Well, he's in Japan.
Yeah, he's in a different company
he's
now.
Fucking won championship,
Yeah.
and Aldo's going down to bantamweight.
Is he?
Yeah, he's going down to 135.
Was he going to try and fight Cejudo
He's
for the
fighting
belt?
Moraes. Aldo's fighting Moraes, and
He must be trying to make a run.
Frankie's going down to 135
That's
to
a
fight somebody
mistake.
as well. I don't know who Frankie's fighting though.
Well, as much as I love Frankie, I really don't think
At
he
this
should.
age, it seems crazy.
Yeah.
Aldo's that bit younger, but he seemed to struggle to make 145, never mind 135. And it's just the miles on the clock for him.
Yeah.
Like he looks,
haggard, man.
for his age, like he does. He looks
And
haggard.
that's that hard ass fucking growing up in Brazil. Like, how many of those guys do you see that are Brazilian just look fucking old? You know, even though they're not. Like Damian Maya looks fucking every day of 41 or 42. Like,
Look at Ronaldo.
fat Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And fucking Ronaldinho. Fucking Ronaldinho wishes he was Jar Jar Binks now. Like, he wishes he looked as good as that. Have you seen him?
Recently?
shit, recently.
Why is he, what? Has he
Looks
gotten
like shit,
really
man.
fat?
Oh, they all do. They all.
I know they all get fat, like, but Ronaldinho even? Fuck, because he was
yeah.
he was really skinny.
Who's the other fucker? Rivaldo. He had a prune face. Like a real fucking. You can imagine what Rivaldo looks like now.
Like,
Like a fucking wet tea bag that's been out in the sun all day. It's just shriveled up like fuck.
I'd say, I shudder to think of what those guys look like. Because then, like, they spend all their lives fucking playing football, and then once they stop, they just eat and fucking probably just lay on the beach and fucking just become like pieces of tanned fucking leather. And they're fat ass.
You know that's picking up. All that on the floor.
Trying to move away from it.
I bet all the floors fucking sliding shit.
Slidey.
Slidey man. Slidey man. That's the new
That's
fucking
the
thing.
name.
Slidey man. Slidey man. Watch out.
Fucking
Here
love
comes the
Spider-Man.
slidey man.
Yeah, man, Spider-Man's great. Don't fucking love Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's a winner.
Spider-Man is a fucking winner.
He's a winner, but he's not as big a winner as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, but Bruce
You
Wayne-
never finished. The last time I named all these great actors for a Batman movie.
And I haven't thought about it.
It doesn't
until
matter. You have
right
to think now because I had some good choices.
You did have some good choices.
So you need to come up with some. for the ultimate Batman.
Right, I'm gonna think about it. I can't remember.
We're not going to have Nicolas Cage as the Joker, so you can have him.
No, I can't steal your idea. I'm
Crispin
gonna write.
Glover. No, I mean, no, we're casting the same film. So we've already cast Crispin Glover
as the Joker. All right. Well
and
then,
Steve Buscemi as the Mad Hatter.
yes.
Right, so those two have been cast. So we need to fill out of all the Batman
Out
universe.
of all the Batman universe, what
you
we
have
need,
two to do them.
we need who? Fucking Alfred and fucking Bruce Wayne.
You can do those if you want, or it can be an obscure character. Or...
Right. Well, let me think about this because I haven't thought about it for 1 second since
Well,
last
who did you
week.
say for Calendar Man?
Somebody like fucking who did I say? Not Edward Norton. Fucking
Dano?
yeah, somebody like Paul Dano or somebody like that would be good as a calendar man. Or it depends on what sort of bad guy you're casting.
No, well, if that's
Or
your
it could be
choice of
Two Face.
Calendar Man,
Two Face would be good as well.
who you were looking at.
Oh fuck yeah, he would be great as Two Face
Is
actually.
that who you want as Two-Face?
No, but I just didn't think about that until I just seen that on Instagram.
1, 2.
Well, right, come back to it.
Or it could be a female as Catwoman, or
No, because
Poison Ivy or
that chick's just been
Huntress.
recast as fucking.
Harley.
Not yeah, well, she's Harley. Who did I fucking see in that Birds of Prey trailer? Bleh.
The Birds
Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey.
Prey.
Birds of
Birds of
Prey.
Prey.
Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey trailer. Who's playing Huntress?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Don't care.
I don't care either. But I was like, I was
Doesn't
watching.
matter.
No, it doesn't. I don't even. Doesn't.
Anyway, I'm not talking about this right now.
Did you say Ewan McGregor's Black Mask?
Yeah. He is Black Mask though. I remember seeing that. We'll come back to this. Let me think
Then
on
who's
this.
fucking fuckhead Xavier McAvoy? Who does he play?
What? Is he in it?
I thought he was in it. Or maybe it's
Fuck,
just,
I don't know.
Maybe
I
it's just
didn't-
McGregor.
Maybe it's just McGregor.
Right, sorry, go on cast. Who?
No, I can't think right now. You've put me on the spot, and I can't think on the spot.
It's better that you do think in the spot. though.
Stop.
Yeah.
No,
This is
stop.
what we
If
want,
you're
like.
both coming at me, I'm really
Yeah,
not
well,
going to be
that's-
able to think about it.
Well then,
You shouldn't be thinking about it that hard.
Think
Really.
another
Well,
character.
it's just that's the way it goes, you know.
I like filling out the rogues before I go to cast my Batman. Batman's
The
gonna be
rogues
towards the
gallery?
end. The rogues gallery is the most important.
Well, see, it depends. You need to narrow it down, and you need to tell me. It's easier if I have specific people to choose from instead of having me be like, who would I choose? Because that's just too many people, and then there's too many avenues to think of. You need to give me less options. Like, tell me what bad guys are going to be in it, and then I could think easier of who I would want to be said bad guys, you know? Who you gonna have in it? Well, it's like, see, the thing is you need to have somebody who legit looks good as Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? Like, can pull off the Bruce Wayne thing. He's got to be a charismatic fucking, playboy. That's part of the act. He's got to be able to do that. But then, by the same token, when you dress him up in the fucking bat suit, which can look ridiculous, he has to be able to pull off both of those looks. Now, that fucking vampire from Twilight, that's gonna be the new Batman, Patterson, right? He can look decent in a suit and pull off the Bruce Wayne bit. Because I seen bits of him, and I don't know what movie it was, but I think it might have been David Lynch made it, where it's just like it's some weird movie where he plays some sort of weird like stockbroker or something like that, and it's all in like the back of his limo, and he's just like some sort of weird power player in like the stock exchange. The whole movie's in the back of it, and people just coming and going, meeting him in his limo because he's driving through traffic, going to meetings and shit like this.
Is that Cronenberg made that?
Cronenberg fucking did it. You're right. Sorry, not David Lynch. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like I've seen.
I wish it was David Lynch.
It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Just loads of midgets getting in and out of the back of the limo.
Dennis Hopper's just in
talking
the boot.
backwards.
In the boot.
Yeah.
Everyone gets murdered at the end for no
Fucking-
reason.
Walking like this here. Such a waste of money. I bought that box set.
I need
fucking
to sit.
mad money. Twin
Man.
Peaks and Blu-ray.
I need to sit down and watch it all from start to finish because you got the second bit of it too, didn't you?
I bought a real special box set, man, for over 60 quid
Yeah, but it is
on
the
Amazon, and it's the whole thing on Blu-ray.
But does it have the original Twin Peaks and then the bit afterwards, like the because you know
Yeah.
he made that sequel bit
Oh, the one just out like a year or two
a
ago.
couple years ago? Yeah.
No, it doesn't have that. It's right
Okay.
before that. It was just like a big collection of all the original stuff, and like a special booklet. Beautiful packaging, like, but waste of money. Like, I've never been able to watch the whole thing from start to finish.
Really? Oh,
Just
that's
dip in
saying
and out of
something.
it, yeah. It's great for a while, and then you just get a bit weary of it because it's dated a bit.
Fucking right. I'm sure
Does
it
any of
has.
that pick up?
Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
The rattling.
Yeah.
Aye, it's picking it all up.
Oh, why?
It's a good job, like.
If you say so. I've never sat down to watch it from start to finish. I remember seeing random episodes of it on as a kid or
Twin Peaks?
whenever I was growing up, but no, I've never watched it properly.
Trying to remember the name of that show. It used to scare me as a kid.
Are you afraid of the dark?
No. As a kid?
I don't know,
Are You
man.
Afraid of the Dark, man? That was for
It was a
pussies.
kids show.
Erie, Indiana.
Erie, Indiana was good,
it
man.
was
Fucking
fucking
good show.
quality.
Yeah.
Alien Nation.
That was a fucked up show too.
Yeah, that's what
Because-
scared me as a kid.
because there was-
Alien Nation.
But there was the Alien Nation one. Was that the one where they made like TV shows and movies of it? Where
Yeah.
it was like the aliens were weird looking and they lived on Earth and stuff as well as us.
Yeah, a lot of people smoggling and all that shit going down.
I remember seeing some of that, man. But
They looked freaky, like
yeah, they did.
fuck looking. They had no hair.
Yeah, they had no hair and they had weird like longer bits at the back of their head, like Worf's from Star Trek, like Klingons, like that sort of like longer bit. I don't know. It's hard to
So
describe.
yeah, the creepy one. You've fun looking aliens like cone heads, which are quite cool. But yeah, the Alien Nation were just creepy. Who's the creepiest alien? Probably the least creepiest was Morph or Mork.
Mork from Mork. Robin Williams.
Yeah, Mork from Ork.
I think Mork. Wasn't
I
that?
was gonna say Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, was
Was he
he not from the planet Orc? Was that not where
yeah,
he maybe it
probably,
was?
yeah.
I think that was. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's been that long since I've seen Mork and Mindy. It must have been fucking 25 years or longer, maybe.
I like watched it. I can't remember how long ago now. Like, it's well over 10 years, but knowing that he was high on coke when he was doing
Robin
the whole thing and
Williams.
watching it, it's like it's obvious. It's like he's fucking going crazy in the studio. Like he's just fucking taken out, and it's like, yeah, it makes sense. It really does.
Yeah, there you go. Makes a lot of sense then.
I forgot all about that, actually.
What?
Alien Nation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
Completely
They didn't
forgot
have the
all
weird
about that.
head. Sorry, they had like
Burn victim.
Yeah.
they had big ears and sort of like brown like dots on the back of it. Yeah.
Looked like what's that dude, Nicky Lauda? Remember Nicky
The
Lauda?
German fucking race car driver.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I can't really. I'll
Nicky
not,
Lauda.
I'll not put a picture of Nicky Lauda up. I'll just put a picture up
Fucking
of a pizza. Just fucking pizza face.
It's about as close. Fucking poor bastard. That's a good movie, but that one with him and Thor in it.
Oh, Rush.
Yeah. It's the German guy that kills all the people
Fuck.
in Inglorious Bastards, and it's Thor, and they're against each other. Rush, that's right. That's the way I like to look at it. All those movies are just whatever those people are famous for. It's them in another movie. It just makes it more fun to watch. It's Thor driving a car, and then just thinking that guy was a Nazi that killed like fucking 100 or 200 people in one day, and then decides that he's gonna be a race car driver. That just makes it funner, man.
I can't remember that guy's name. Because he's good in Inglorious.
Yeah.
He's good.
You know who he plays in the Marvel movies? Because I know you haven't fucking watched any of them. Is he plays
A waiter.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't play a waiter. He plays Baron Zemo.
Who he's on
Zemo?
about?
Yeah, even though he doesn't have, I don't think his name is Baron, but he's definitely Zemo in it. and they're gonna probably tie it back into him being.
Why is there no MODOK?
Because Brian is always too busy doing his independent films and raising his
When
child.
when they bring in like people like MODOK, then yeah, I'll go and see. The fact that Mysterio was in Spider-Man, that gives me hope. Like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Start bringing people like MODOK in and Mr. Sinister into X-Men. Then
X-Men's a problem, but Paul, man, because X-Men's fucking been shit since what, the second X-Men movie, literally. No,
Yeah.
right. The first X-Men
No,
movie's
you're
good.
right.
First X-Men movie's good. Second X-Men movie's amazing. The third one's shit. And then
Everything after the second one, shit.
X-Men, the first X-Men First Class is decent.
That's the thing, though. Like,
It's just the
too many.
novelty of it. You think it's decent, but
No,
if you
no,
rewatch it,
because I
then
have
it's the
rewatched
novelty.
it. It's okay, man. I've seen far fucking worse movies. X-Men First Class. Kevin Bacon is alright in it. They have that Nightcrawler ripoff that the guy kills a bunch of people in a really cool way. They have the White Queen in it.
She's awful.
Of course she's awful.
She can't
She is horrible
I
actor.
thought she was fantastic in Mad Men. Like, I
Like,
think
she- yeah,
she's
she's-
fantastic acting. But no, that's
That's
her.
that's her.
That's her. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She is vapid and fucking. Just,
Oh, she seems like a horrible bitch.
Yeah.
Very attractive. I would fuck the shit out of her, but no, she's horrible. She's only there to look good and to prance about in her underwear
She
half the
not
time.
been out with the director at the time. No.
No, there was some sort of rumors that him and her were having an affair. I think because she got knocked up whenever she was on that set, and then she never said who the father of the baby was. And there was a bunch of speculation that it could have been your man. But sure, he's married. He was married to fucking like a legit supermodel, man. That Matthew Vaughn guy, like, he was like a proper supermodel. He was married to fucking her, so she'd have to be goddamn really fucking something special for him to cheat on. But you never know. Men are dirtbags. But anyway, back to my point. The X-Men movies, there's only like 2 of them are good. They need a new X-Men movie, and apparently they're making the New Mutants. They've already made it, but they're fucking not releasing it because of, I don't know.
It's shit.
I don't know. I've only seen the trailer for it, and then they've
Who's
said
in
the brother from Stranger Things. You know that fucking dude who looks like he's permanently stoned from Stranger Things? The kid who goes missing in the first series. You know, his older brother.
Yes.
Him. He's in it. Arya Stark.
The photographer.
Yeah, him. Arya Stark from Game of Thrones is in it. And there's a couple other people in it who you'd recognize, but I know for a fact that those 2 are in it.
Right.
Check that, man. There you go. Check on
When's it
IMDb.
due out?
It's already been made, so they've been saying that it's going to be released for the better part of 2 years, but they've never released it. It's just called the New Mutants.
It's called
It's not.
It's not a good
shite,
sign.
man.
It's not a good
It's
sign.
called
The New Mutants.
That's it.
They need a new X-Men
It's not
movie.
fucking you anymore, anyway.
No, it's
You've been
fucking
sitting on
not.
it now
It's
for
fucking old mutants.
Yeah.
So what do you want to
Just
know?
mutants.
Who's in it?
So top build cast. Is that Mr. Bean? No.
That guy looks a bit like Mr. Bean.
He's playing Mr. Sinister.
Oh god.
Mr. Bean's Mr.
Who's
Sinister.
he playing?
Rowan Atkinson.
Antonio Banderas.
Who's he playing?
What's he?
Antonio Banderas?
Is that?
Is he
a name?
playing Xavier?
I don't know. Fuck.
What's he playing? What's his character
Does
called?
it doesn't say like or
It has to say underneath it. It says Antonio Banderas, and then it'll
There's
say
actually
name underneath
there's
it.
actually not a name underneath his.
Right
But
then.
everybody else is.
Maybe he's just playing himself.
Yeah,
in the
he's
movie.
just showed up
He's
as
in the New
himself.
Mutants.
Antonio is my name.
It's like, yeah.
So Anna Taylor Joy, Anya Taylor Joy.
Right. What?
She's Rasputin.
Ilyana Rasputin. Okay.
So Maisie Williams,
That's Arya Stark. Who's she playing? She's Wolfsbane.
Sinclair,
Ray Sinclair.
Ray Sinclair, Alice Braga, Dr. Celia Reyes,
Dr. Celia Reese. Fuck. That's a weird one to pull out for the New Mutants.
Charlie Heaton,
Who's he playing?
Sam
Sam Gerthy.
Gerthy,
Or Guthrie.
Blue Hunt. Do you know all these people?
No, but keep going.
She's playing Daniel Moonstar,
Danny Moonstar, okay.
Henry Zaga, Robert Da Costa,
Sunspot.
Happy Anderson, Reverend Craig.
Reverend Craig.
Is that, yeah? Do I go on?
Oh, no, you're all right. All right, so they've got Cannonball, Sunspot, Wolfsbane, Ilyana Rasputin, and somebody else they said there. So
I don't know.
that could be either good or really shit. Like, I would say it's probably going to be really shit.
It's either Guardians of the Galaxy or it's fucking Silver
Skinwalkers.
Surfer. Skinwalkers. I wish it was Skinwalkers.
But nah, man, they need to put they're gonna do all that shit now in a movie or two's time with that new Marvel fucking thing where it's all gonna be they're gonna bring in the Avengers.
The plot sounds shit.
Right?
Like,
well,
you could
I don't
guess
know.
the plot.
A
Like,
bunch of teenagers.
They're in a mental
Yeah.
institution. Yeah, they don't know.
five young mutants just discovered their abilities while held in a secret facility, against their will, fight to escape their past sins to save themselves.
There you go.
Fuck me, like.
Said,
I've
yeah.
seen that before. About
We've
10
all
times.
seen that before. We've all seen every movie before.
That's why,
basically.
you know, like.
Yeah, you need it to be a new concept, but also I don't mind going and watching 2 hours of people flying about the screen, baiting the head of each other in weird ways. That's nice 2 hour disposable entertainment. That's good crack. But if it's shit, then it's really bad. It's hard to watch. Like, it's not even like it's a good bad movie like our favorite fucking fat fucking Aikido master Seagal, who's only good whenever he has furniture to throw people into. That's literally the extent of Steven Seagal's martial arts skills. He's fucking, well, on film anyway, every time he's fighting a guy, there's always got to be a wardrobe or a cabinet or a desk or a table or something. But Seagal's got to fucking throw him, flip him over Aikido style.
Preferably has to be a tight close-up shot.
Oh, yeah, so you can't see his gut.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's probably gone as far as he thinks he's like Marlon Brando and has stopped wearing pants.
Yeah.
So he's like, you can't film me from the waist down.
Oh yeah, if you notice, there's never any scenes of him getting in or out of cars. He has to grab the sides, get himself out.
Or it's like,
Yeah.
you know, one of those old timey hooks that they used to pull people off stage with from the side. It's just some person, some poor fucking aide, just reaching into the car to like try and get him with that and pull him out.
Yeah. Trying to get the door closed. Whenever he gets in.
Squashing him in. Suck it in, you fat fuck.
That's it. I don't know if it's a skin fold or just clothing.
And he's sitting there trying to keto.
He's just eating, man. He's just choosing the menu. Like, he doesn't care. He's just like, what's for tea? That was his biggest thing when he went to Japan. He didn't understand tea. Tea meant dinner. He's like, what's for tea? They're like, tea? He's like, yeah, tea. Oh, I love the image, man, of like an Irish guy going to Japan and looking for some tea. And it's like, they don't get it. They think it's just tea. Oh,
Tea is not a meal. Tea is the fucking
it is
a drink.
tea.
No, it's not. It's
what
a
did you have for
fucking drink.
tea? If I
Yeah,
said to
thing,
you, what did you have for tea? What would you think I meant?
Digestive biscuit. I'm joking, like, how'd it be dinner? Like, that's what.
No,
You-
no.
you
Tea,
don't
tea
have
is
that?
tea is a drink. Like,
Yeah,
that's-
but
that's-
like, you've
it's
heard
like-
that before, though. Like,
Yeah, dinner's your fucking dinner. Like, but
Obviously,
anyway,
but
let's
yeah.
get back to laughing about Seagal here in Japan. You just imagine him like just mainlining noodles into they just falling all down him every
He
time.
just has a hose.
Yeah,
She's just-
and some poor guy walking behind him with a bucket. You're like,
oh, what's that character in Monty Python? Oh, that's always been sick
oh
in the
fuck.
meaning of life.
Oh yeah, fuck. I
Oh,
can't
what's his
remember.
name, man?
With the wafer thin guy.
Yes, Wayfair.
The wafer thin.
Well, that's the waiters, like, you know.
Yeah, but
Wayfair.
the fat dude. But you can just like I have pictures of Seagal just like walking through the streets, just going like this, just random shit, and then stopping everywhere to eat every few feet at different street food stands, and then walking along doing some more Wing Chun Aikido shit, and telling people like wisdom. Just dropping knowledge on them left, right, and center.
You know, one of the reasons he's in Japan is because they have all their selfie sticks. He can just walk up and get in their pictures. So he's all over social media. He's sending that many photos to Japanese people.
So is he in? He is in Japan.
Oh, he's a Russian citizen now.
That's right. That's even better. You couldn't make it up, man. Like literally, Steven Seagal. Is he American or Canadian?
He's American.
He's American, right? He went in the legit for as much as we're
sorry. He's American, stroke Japanese,
whatever
stroke
he is.
Russian.
He's not fucking. He's like, for the sake of argument, he's American, right? He legit went over and opened like. He was the first like white Western dude to like open an Aikido school. Like for as much as we laugh at him, he's a grandmaster at Aikido. Like
Grandmaster bullshit.
Yeah, that's it. It's a grandmaster of waving your hands about in the air, but.
Squinting really hard.
he's got rep for that, right? But you have to laugh at him, but admire him for that. Then not only does he think that he's Japanese just by like spending so much time there, he's just like he's convinced that he's Japanese. But then he's like, do you know what? I'm not crazy enough. I'm gonna go and become a fucking Russian citizen too. Like, and Putin, can you imagine? I guarantee you Putin fucking watched so many of his movies and is like, what? Seagal wants to come and become Russian?
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah. Putin will have him in a heartbeat, man.
Does this be on the news, like, or how do you keep up with Steven Seagal?
Paul's
like,
just fascinated with Steven Seagal, and more people
but, like,
should
is
be.
this, like, Daily Mail shit, or, like, you know...
You'd read it, like, if you put it into the news, like, it's not a secret.
This is years of knowledge, just over the years, all these things that you've heard.
Yeah.
I would like to see him in UFC, and no, I don't mean fighting.
What, like commentating?
Commentating, coaching.
Like trainer, be like a Firas Zahabi, or
like being one of the coaches in the Ultimate Fighter, something like
amazing.
that. Have him
And Van Damme.
No, I can't have Van Damme.
Why not?
Van Damme has no credentials.
He has as much
He
credentials as fucking Seagal
He
has.
doesn't know. He
Well,
really
it's
doesn't
like
know.
this. If you were like, all right, Seagal. Okay, I'll give you this, right? Steven Seagal couldn't even lift his leg high enough to kick you in the chest. Never mind, like, the fucking head. At least Van Damme could still probably head kick your ass. Like, do you imagine Seagal? The best he could manage would be try and fucking Sparta kick you.
If he lunged at you with all that weight
Yeah, but
and
good
just
luck.
grabbed you,
Yeah, you'd hit.
Just fall on
As you
top of
say,
you.
if he lunged at you with all that weight, you'd be able to see his fat ass coming. Like, there's no fast movement with him. He'd be like a mess of fucking noodles, hair dye, and fat fucking coming at you. Like, that's a big black mass of fucking... There is a picture of a man that I seen not so long ago
I gotta see a recent post.
where his facial hair is so black, like black as like Fanta Black wouldn't have a look in, man. And it's just like it's not even the same tone as his hair. Like his hair, it is obviously his hair's dyed too, but it's just like, fuck me, dude. Do you think you're fooling anybody? And like, even so, if you're gonna dye it, like try and be a bit more subtle, not make it.
That's like fucked up shit. Like dyeing your hair is bad enough, but your face
it's probably for a movie.
for a movie.
Probably for a movie part.
It was probably not.
I just
for a
found-
movie, yeah.
I just seen a picture of him there now. Fuck, he's not looking too well. Hey?
He's definitely not.
Fuck me, like he is
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
look at the color of his fucking hair.
It's like his fucking sumo wrestler.
Yeah, and those sunglasses, and he constantly wears those like Japanese Bruce Lee shirts with the little buttons on
Oh
them.
yes, he is. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is awesome.
dude, that's what he wears all the time. He's insane, and he wears those like stupid Bono sunglasses.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
bit,
look
bit
at
of
him.
blue steel. Like.
It's definitely look at the cut of his facial hair.
We talked about him before in that is Deviancy
Which one?
and a non-televised.
Oh yeah, that's
Edition
right.
of-
We did talk about him before.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really bad picture of him.
But
He
it's that
looked,
Japanese fucking.
man.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't
Gear.
know what it's not a kimono because it's like one of those weird shirts like Bruce Lee used to wear. That's the best fucking analogy.
It looks
I can
more
give
like
you.
fucking John Goodman and the
He
Big
looks.
Lebowski.
You know who he looks like? He looks like our favorite fucking target. He looks like John Travolta in that picture.
probably the last time I seen him was probably like that there. Like.
If only.
That's the last time.
That's
Yeah,
probably, you know what I mean?
that's- yeah.
I didn't fucking see or hear tell them since.
Man, that's like that's in the mid '90s, Gavin. Whenever
Yeah.
he was rocking about, and he's got to be what in his late 20s, early 30s back in those days, man.
30s, yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be, yeah.
He is fucking insane then. Like.
Here, look at the hate. Oh man, he loves
You
that.
seen him on stage playing guitar?
Silk
You
pajamas.
can play guitar.
Here,
Oh,
did you
it
see
is.
Enter the Dragons
Fuck.
on fucking Netflix?
No.
I watched it
no.
twice. I fell asleep watching it the first time, so I just started again because, like, you know, the story's negligible. You're just watching it to fucking see the action.
Oh, yeah, just to see the cool shit
Yeah.
that goes down.
Fucking, and I especially wanted to watch it whenever it came up the other night on the little thumbnail after us watching Bloodsport and seeing fucking Chun Li because you see him in that, man, and he just looks like the same, only like 20 years shaved off him. He's insane.
Yeah, I love seeing those recurring, like, actors in those martial arts movies. Or even just, who's that dude that plays, is Back to Wayne's World? What's her father?
Not Christopher Walken, Gavin.
Yeah.
It's not Wayne, so it's. Who's the other one?
Oh, that fucking! I know the guy
You know
you're
who
talking about.
He's
Yeah,
having the
Tia Carrere's father.
Yeah,
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 when he's like,
he's having the
Wayne,
fight.
you've dishonored my family. Yes, who the fuck? He is in so much shit.
Yeah.
And I remember as soon as you say that, man, like I remember watching Wayne's World 2 and being like, oh fuck, that's that Asian guy from that movie, and that movie. Even as a kid, go dude, there you go.
Oh yeah.
It's like, do you remember, like, even in
Wayne's World 2, the Japanese or the Chinese dad. I don't know
Right,
what.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
Asian.
what was the name of the movies that had Gilbert Godfrey in them? But the kid was fucking is like about a bad kid.
Oh fuck!
Um,
With that fucking the really evil kid.
Yeah.
That like lived with the rich, like weird. Fucking,
What was the name of those movies?
Oh fucking hell.
Problem Child.
Problem Child. Yeah. Problem.
Remember Problem
I
Child?
fucking
Yes,
may not.
I
I
do
Gilbert
remember.
I
Godfrey.
remember the name. I remember the name Problem Child, but I can't think of what
But
it
just the
is.
thing of Gilbert being appropriate for kids movies, and then for him and Aladdin as well.
That's right. He's
Like,
Iago,
yeah.
man. Aladdin's my favorite Disney movie.
So,
While we're on the topic.
so is this guy actually Japanese? I'm going back to Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. He's the only probably like he's the.
He is Japanese?
He's her dad. He's the fucking. He's the chick's dad. He's
Aye, but-
Japanese or Chinese.
I'm just looking for a Japanese person or Chinese.
Korean or
He's definitely Asian.
Vietnamese,
Like I'm not seeing anybody too obvious. Like
Malaysian.
I don't know what he is.
there's no Japanese kind of names. There's no like what would you call it?
Oh, yeah,
Oriental?
yeah.
Oriental.
I know. I don't.
There's no
I don't know.
names.
Well, we're not going to be able to
So
find it.
that's how they speak in Compton. I think. I
Beep,
forget
yeah,
that,
lots of beeps. It's like Rick and Morty whenever they're talking about squanching.
No, I know.
Fill your squanch.
Is he a main character or is he like a?
Yeah, he plays the main chick's like
But
Wayne's
is he in it- is he in
girlfriend.
it much?
Yeah, he's in a few scenes. He's in enough to have an IMDb credit.
Is he in Wayne's World too?
Just Wayne's World 2. This is Wayne's World 2. Are you looking up Wayne's World 1?
No, just Wayne's World 1.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
he's
why
in
Wayne's World 2.
I had to beat him to death. with the
He's
shields.
amazing, man. Like, I remember.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, no.
Wait, no.
Fucking Christopher Walken's in it. Oh, that's what we're talking about. Mike Myers. Yes,
Nope.
no.
It's not Dana Carvey either.
It's not Dana Carvey.
James
either.
Hong.
James Hong, yeah, probably. Let me see his
That's gotta be
picture.
him, aye.
Hong.
Hong. H-O-N-K. H-O-N-G.
Hong. It's probably Hong like a fucking donkey. That's that motherfucker. Yeah, check what else he's in. Do you know what he is? He's the
His
fucking.
nickname's Kong.
Do you know who he is, Paul? He's in fucking Blade Runner.
James Kong Hong.
He's the fucking. Isn't he the the eye guy in Blade Runner, the very first one?
Oh, this.
Yes, yeah.
Kung Fu Panda 2.
Fuck that.
The Big Trouble in Little China.
The original or the remake?
Big Trouble in Little China.
thinking
1986.
You know?
No, they're
Big
remaking.
Trouble in Little
They're
China.
remaking it.
So 1986. The
Oh,
original.
that's the good one then. Oh yeah, he plays the fucking.
Yeah, it wasn't Blade Runner.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda 1. The Haunted Sword one.
Don't know if I've
Beast
seen.
Mode.
No.
What are you looking for? You don't care?
Pull up his IMDb. I just want to see his older shit, like, because he's definitely been in movies that I've seen, but like we're saying, I just can't remember everything that
He's
been
in a lot of shit, man. He's on like
So read
like
out some of
20
his shit.
movies a year. Like,
20 movies a year.
do you know, like I'm
He's
still
making bank.
He's fucking making
motherfucker,
his
yeah.
fat fucking stacks of cash.
flicking through here, and I'm still in 2017. So you want to go back to his old stuff?
Nah, fuck it. It's not important.
Yeah, it's not. important.
Well, you're talking early 90s.
Yeah.
And, late 80s. That would be the time period that we're looking for.
So 20 years
Isn't it amazing
ago.
how your memory is better for that time period than it is for
Yeah.
like 6 to 7 years ago?
Do you know why that is, Paul? I could tell you exactly why
'Cause-
that is.
There's no good movies now.
It's very true, but also back in those days, you probably, 95, 96, you'd never smoked dope or had a drink, so it's been much easier for you to
No, but I mean
remember
that
and keep track of shit like that.
like those movies that you take an interest in. Like I wouldn't say like the last 10 years worth of movies have been particularly memorable.
Nothing
Particularly memorable.
No, I agree with it. Like
There's been nothing really fucking great, man.
L.A. Goddess.
What?
L.A. Goddess.
No.
It sounds
It looks like a fucking.
Well, it's like, I can't remember the last time I went to the cinema and was really like, that movie was awesome. Fucking loved it. The Joker was
Joker.
really good, but again, really liked the Joker, but didn't come out of the movie being like, fucking yes. Like, sometimes, man, you used to go and see a movie and you fucking came out of it and you were just like, that was so good. Like, I honestly can't wait to go and see that movie again.
Do you think that's possible if you've seen, like, what was the last movie you made you feel like that?
I honestly can't even remember, man.
Like,
Although-
the Matrix, the original Matrix.
Yeah,
not that long.
not that long ago.
Arrival.
Arrival.
Fuck.
Yeah, I seen Arrival.
That's recent enough.
You like Arrival?
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought
fuck,
Arrival-
sorry, yes, Arrival. Oh, fuck
Why
me,
would you
sorry.
think I
I
was
thought
talking
you were
about-
talking about the fucking,
Yeah, it was a good show.
that
Like.
cunt movie Nolan made. What is it?
Interstellar?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about that. I was
No,
like, you
no.
hate that shit.
Arrival. with,
Arrival was very good.
It was really good, yeah.
Jeremy Renner and Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Amy
That's so
Adams.
good.
I always would just go to call her Lois Lane. That's what this is like. That was a very good movie.
So that was 2016.
Forrest
dude.
Whitaker.
Is Forrest Whitaker?
Yeah,
in it? Yeah.
yeah,
I can't
yeah.
remember,
That's-
man.
You have named the first three top
There you
broadcast.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
What's up? What's up?
Pop culture.
Useless knowledge.
Boom,
fucking
boom.
wins every time.
Fucking smashing it out.
But
Well, man, between the two of us, we have all the bases covered for like mid 90s to
Useless
2000
knowledge.
useless information. Not all the bases, like
Ask
but
me a question, Gavin.
between
What I
comic
was gonna
books
say-
and fucking movies and music.
I think you kind of touched on it, Paul, by like you said, Ryan, you haven't seen a movie that's made you think it's fucking wow when you come out of seeing it.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because at this age is it possible that fucking
100%. Yeah,
You
man.
still-
Yeah.
or do you need to be-
Definitely. No. There's times where like there's certain movies like even though used to don't give a fuck about it, but it was like whenever that not the Star Wars that was out now, but the first time that they brought it out again, like a new Star Wars, I was like, I fucking loved that movie whenever it came out, man, because it didn't love it, but like I watched it and the whole time I was like, whenever I thought back about it, I was smiling that whole time watching that movie, just thinking, I enjoy this, man. It's just
Ewoks?
yeah. But it's like, I can enjoy it and stuff like that, but it's like I remember, like you said, the first time you went and seen The Matrix,
Like
And
say,
again-
say if the Matrix came out now and you hadn't seen it, and you imagine what you would think after coming out of the cinema. Would you be blown away? By?
I don't know, because I've seen so much stuff since the Matrix that you can't even say that that's a fair comparison.
Yeah. If the
And
Matrix
it's
came out
also
today, it wouldn't. I think it wouldn't.
It's 20 years old, man.
Aye.
It's fucking literally 20 years old, that movie.
Yeah.
Like, sure, even, what is it, Fight Club's fucking, we were talking about that today as well. 20 years old, too.
20 years old, yeah.
Yeah.
Fight Club.
American History X must be 25 years old, man. It's
maybe near
it's
enough,
it's
yeah,
a
so
couple
it wouldn't
few
be far
years
off it,
before
yeah.
Fight Club, like.
It wouldn't be far off it, yeah.
Like, you know, as you say, the past 10 years, there was something I was watching on YouTube the other day, and they were talking about the next Marvel movie that's coming out, and it's the 24th Marvel fucking movie. And
I would
was
have
sitting
thought
there
it would be
thinking,
more.
So, man, that's a fucking
I know it's a lot.
massive
Yeah.
amount of movies. That's in 10 years. They've churned out like
But is that a
20
year?
odd movies.
That's like fucking 4
It's
years.
two or three a year, man.
That's
It's even the
ridiculous.
first time they smashed out. Well, what is it? They done Iron Man first, and then they done fucking Captain America, and then they done something else, Thor, and then they done the Avengers, which they had to do to build up the fucking team. But ever since then, there's just been at least one, if not two, Marvel movies out every year.
Why are they so bad at making video games?
There's a new one coming out apparently. It looks, trailer wise, it looks alright. I happened to see it come up the other day on YouTube where you're gonna be like different. You're gonna be able to be the different Avengers. You're gonna be Thor. You're gonna be Iron Man. You're gonna be the Hulk. And you're gonna be Hawkeye and Black Widow, all at different sections of the game. You know, you can't just play. As far as I can see, you can't play like level 1 as any character you want. You know, every time you go to do a certain section, it's just that's the section where you're playing as Thor or Iron Man or whatever it is. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, man, what's they don't make good fucking video games.
No.
Like that Spider-Man game's good, but that's not. And it's not made by Marvel. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Does Sony make that?
yeah. Well, I don't know if Sony has even made it, but like they got definitely more of a hand in it than
Yeah, but
Marvel
it's
do.
more like that. What was the game you were on about?
Star
You
Wars.
get all infected. No, we were on about it recently. It's kind of like that Spider-Man game where you're like going about the city with all. the
Oh,
infect-
Crackdown?
No, not Crackdown.
Or is it one that we have, or one that we were gonna play?
It's like something red.
Red Redemption. Whatever.
No, not that.
Fuck. It'll come back to me. Though. But yeah, it didn't seem as good as something like Arkham. Like Arkham seems like probably the best fucking game there is. And the Spider-Man game seemed good, but it didn't seem
Do you know what the thing was about this?
anywhere near as graphically, yeah, but substance-wise,
That's what I mean. I knew that the Spider-Man game was really short. You know, I think there's only maybe like 6 or 8 hours like playthrough time on that. Like it is very short.
I think there was a big gap there. Sorry, go on.
I thought that.
I was concentrating. Sorry, go
But
on.
it's still it's fun to play. But it's like it was funny again. I was watching a YouTube video today when I was out having a smoke because it was about that new Star Wars game that's coming out. And Star Wars games fucking for the past 10 years, man, have been shite. Like every Star Wars game has been fucking rubbish. The last good ones were like Battlefront 2 or 3 for the PS2. Do you remember we used to have it in Belfast? It was a good game because you had a single player and a multiplayer on it, or like, you know, 2-player. And then The Force Unleashed 1 and 2. But everything that EA has fucking made for the past whatever amount of years, man. I think I've bought 3 Star Wars games that EA have made, and every one of them are shite. Like, I think I've played them probably all added up together for about 12 hours. Like, every time I've got one that I've just been like, alright, they can't have fucked it up again. This has got to be decent. And then I play it, and I'm like, this is fucking shite.
What's the shortest length of time you've played a video game that you've bought? And
That I've bought?
You've actually, you still own it. Like you've played it for like I don't know, however long, and you're like, fuck this shit. And
Oh, I
then
would
you're too
say
lazy to actually do anything about it.
it's probably like The Last Guardian or one of those.
You
Fucking,
returned that, did you?
yeah, and I've returned it. That's twice now.
No,
No,
you
I'd
can't
say-
return it. It's something you still have, and you're like, this is fucking shit.
Of the least amount of time that I've played it, at the minute, Red Dead Redemption.
Well, no, I suppose throughout your whole time, like I was thinking, like Fight Club, or
Oh fuck me, the Fight Club game.
yeah, it's just because we were talking about Fight
Wow.
Club.
Have you ever played Portal?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
Portal's
classic.
good.
it's
classic.
fun, man. But then, I, my old housemate Roy used to fucking sit there and watch me play Portal and like just get infuriated at me because I would get too stoned and I wouldn't be able to work out how to work out the puzzles, and he would be sitting there screaming at me going, just fucking hit, you know, shoot it there and do this, and like he just couldn't even watch me play it anymore because it would just wind him up so much, because the solution would be simple and I'd just be just too fucking stoned. I'm sitting there going and I'd be trying different shit and fucking
I don't play many games, hey, but that was one game. Fucking, I think I sat for 18 hours straight or something when I first got out. What, 10?
it's
10
a
years ago?
fun game, man. It really is. But again, those sort of games where you have to use like just like basic logic.
I love that shit, hey.
Yeah, but it's like if you're too stoned,
Yeah.
like you can't think about it
No.
properly. Because I'd be sitting there going, I know that the solution to this is so simple, but I can't figure it out. It's just I can't do it. Sure, there's bits of that Spider-Man game as well where you have to like go into these pods, and sometimes you'll have to like make the circuits, you know, run to like a certain voltage. And
That's
you know,
right, yeah,
I think you've seen me doing
yeah.
part of it, and there's times, man, where I would be sitting there playing it, going, like, there was times where you just had to line up bars that was like basically like doing stuff, and I used to just be sitting there maybe an hour trying to do this puzzle and just could not get it because I'm too fucking high.
I remember that in BioShock.
Yeah.
It pissed me off. Like it's like
Yeah.
I don't want, like I just want to shoot people. I don't want to fucking do a puzzle.
Yeah.
Like, it's
But then there's sometimes the puzzles in those type of games are great. It's like Niall got Tomb Raider, like whatever the newest version of Tomb Raider is. It's like a year or two old even at this point. But all the puzzles in those sort of new Tomb Raider games are quite fun because they're just hard enough to make you sort of think and work it out, but they're not so hard where you're gonna spend a long time fucking being like, how the fuck do you do this? Like, you know, they're not maddening.
I'm just thinking I still have a video game there that I haven't played.
Which
That I
one?
bought. Drive Club VR.
Well, that's because it's VR, I imagine.
Yeah, it's still in its wrapper. Actually.
Well, it's like I said to you today, those 5 games that I returned today, I guarantee you I wouldn't have played all of them added up together for 2 hours. Like, really?
You should have traded them in and got a VR.
So I only got like fucking 12 quid for them all.
Oh,
man.
really?
Yeah, I think I got like 50p for one of them. The guy was like, "You're only getting 50p for this." I was like, "I don't care. just get rid of it," because I'd never play it.
I wonder if there's anything I can trade in to get.
You might get some money for No Man's Sky, but you
Such
never
a
know.
disappointment.
Well, I know you said that, man, but it's just like,
Keep your torture.
torture
Fucking
device.
rack, yeah.
It's fucking.
It makes a wild bit of noise even when you touch it, you know.
Oh well, that's part of the game.
Just
Yeah, I wrapped it up before we had the whole thing set up there, just to try and get the cable out of the way, and then it's
Ryan's obviously a fan of bondage.
no, I don't want to be tied up. I don't know.
He's just like tying other people up.
If I'm the one in control, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
You're
what
not
I mean,
fucking
like,
tying
yeah.
me. No fucking way.
Because I did say to you, kind of wrap it around. And I'm like,
he's taking it.
I know I done it like really subtly last week, like the way you done it, but for this week someday, no, I was talking to your fucking wife as I was doing it. That's why I was distracted.
oh, that fills me with confidence.
Exactly.
I actually thought by episode 6, we'd be having our first guest.
Yeah. Who do you think would we grace the presence or give that honor to as our legit first guest? You know,
Well, I imagine
Go
it
on.
would be him,
Techie.
but he's been in it from the get-go.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not even.
Yeah,
he's
see, if
like
you didn't
part of
have
the furniture.
yeah, if you didn't have any sort of a presence in it from the get go, it'd be different. Then you could be a sort of like special guest. You could be the man behind the mask, but
I'll always be
You've-
the guy behind the camera.
you'll always be
But if you want me to be a guest, like I could put a mask on or something like.
put a mask on and put him like one of the rubber bandits, but like just a really
yes, a plastic bag.
shitty. But do it like
Whatever.
really shit.
I don't know. Like,
You could have David off on it, but like, would he be any crack? Like, you have to think about it. Who realistically would even be like, "Oh yeah, I'll come on your podcast"?
who's egotistical enough?
That's what I mean. Who's Do you know who's egotistical enough? Fucking Modoc. But
okay.
the thing
Put
is,
the invitation out.
yeah, but the thing is like, would he be thinking that he's walking into some sort of a trap?
He'd be right.
Well, he would be 100% right, because you know we're going to spend the majority of the time not trying to railing on his ass, like,
Yeah.
especially if there's the pair of us are against him. It's different if whenever it used to be in work, it would be different when he would try and split us and have us, at least him and one of us against him.
But it's a fine line for me ripping into him because I've been away for like 10 years and then I move home and immediately I'm like an asshole to him. I'm like,
Yeah, but
you're a fucking big-headed cunt.
yeah, but at the same time, let's be honest. If you were really nice to him and he'd be more worried. He'd probably think there was something wrong with you. So at one point, me and Modoc had the running joke would like if someone if something happened to me or him and like someone had to read our WhatsApps. Like, if you read the WhatsApps that me and him were sending to each other, like, you'd honestly think we were having, like, a gay love affair with each other. Like, the shit that we used to send. Like, and it would just be fucking, like, I don't care. I haven't seen him in months or spoke to him in months, but I still slag him the minute I see him, like. And he'd do the same with you, Be under no
I would hope so,
illusions.
yeah. I'd hope he'd go after me, like, and give me
You'd hope
abuse.
so.
It's no fun if he doesn't.
I know.
It's not.
But it's fun to wind him up and fucking. But see, it's gonna make me sound like such a cunt. But he's too content now with his life. Like, he's not unhappy the way he used to
It's
be.
good though. We
I know
can
it's
maybe
great for him.
compare before and after, like, because I've known him before. He's content, and then I'll see a big change.
I suppose you haven't really seen him.
Yeah,
Have you
not
even met
really.
his fucking offspring or seen him with his offspring?
No, not
you
seen him
ever seen
flying
his-
around with a baby. Fucking,
On a leash.
Modoc.
With a little, like, anti-grav fucking thing.
you know a Modoc? You remember Modoc?
I don't know who this
It's
is.
just a head with arms and legs. Literally a giant head with arms and legs.
Excellent character. Was it Kirby? The first drawing Modoc.
Think
Who
so.
the first?
Maybe. Probably would have been Kirby. He's old
Stan
enough.
will take credit.
Kirby.
Stan didn't draw him. Stan can't take credit for that.
Is Kirby not the character out of that Kiar? Out of
Oh no,
Oh, no,
Jack
we're talking
Kirby.
about Jack Kirby. Sorry, an artist.
like comic book artist.
Oh,
He's,
right.
you would know his work immediately.
Yeah.
Whenever you'd see it.
You'd seen it. You'd be like, "Oh, I've seen this sort of stuff before."
I am going to get that. No, actually, I'm not going to say what the tattoo is because in case someone steals the
Someone
idea.
rips off your idea. I
Yeah.
know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. You've told me before.
And
It's a
yeah,
good
don't
idea.
show off tattoos really because I don't like people when they do that when they see someone has a tattoo and like, oh, I'm going to get that.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's-
suppose
that's
I
the
haven't
most-
really.
Fucked off. I don't know what word to use.
Well, sure, we have
It's
a mutual
fucking
acquaintance.
toe rag thing to do is to copy someone's tattoo. Like say, like go into a tattoo parlor, but like I saw this tattoo and I want,
I want
that.
it. Yeah.
That's
Well,
pretty much how
some-
most people get their tattoos. now.
Yeah.
A lot of
it's-
people have no imagination, man. It's like I can say, not for certain, like, but 90% of what I've got tattooed on me, man, nobody else has got the same thing. Like,
I would pay you to get that tattoo that Brock Lesnar has.
what that sword
Yeah,
dick.
I would love you to get that tattoo.
That would
Never.
be fucking class.
That would
Never.
be great.
That is a
That would be
fucking
fantastic, like.
stupid looking tattoo, man.
Yeah.
Even on a savage like that, it still looks fucking dumb. Like, just looks like a giant dick on his chest. Like,
Would you say that to him?
not a chance. Never. I'd tell him his hair looked good too.
What
if
if
he
you-
asked me,
what-
but it's not
what-
fucking true.
What if you were like, right, say we went to like an event, a UFC event, and he was in the crowd, and he saw your tattoos, and he's like saying he likes your tattoos, or however Brock. I can't even remember how he speaks.
It's
Lots of spitting.
No, he talks with a lot. He shouts a lot, but he's more eloquent than you expect because he has to do the WWE talking every once in a while. So he's got a bit of training for it.
But right, he says he likes your tattoos,
And what
and
say I don't.
then he lifts up his shirt and he's like, "I've got one too." What do you say?
He's like, it's pretty cool, Brock. Not my cup of tea, but wouldn't be what I would get. That I'd try and be PC
You
about
would
it.
say it's not my cup of tea.
I would say that I hardly imagine.
You say, "What do you mean it's not your dinner?"
I'd hardly imagine within 30 seconds of me talking to Brock Lesnar, it resorts to him pulling his shirt off to show me his tattoo. And also, I've seen Brock Lesnar, in the ring quite a few times. I'm pretty sure that he'd be sure that I'd be familiar with his tattoos. Be like, "Did you ever see my sweet dick sword?"
I
Be
would
like,
love to get a photograph of you and Brock
you
standing
imagine?
side by side.
do you know what? The fucked up thing is, he's not like massively tall, but he's just as wide as a house. Yeah, I'm sure he's 6 or 7 inches minimum taller than me. Like, but you could probably put 3 of me side by side and only be about
I
the
want
width
a
of his
photo of
shoulders.
you sitting on his knee.
Like a MMA Santa Claus.
Yeah.
You're like, this year I want to get 2 knockouts.
Who would you
Can you
like to
imagine
meet
with that?
more, like Brock or Tito Ortiz?
Who would I like to meet more?
Yeah, Tito
Definitely
Ortiz
Brock
or
Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, at least I have a modicum, a tiny bit of respect for Brock Lesnar. Tito is a fucking idiot.
I saw someone was retweeting some of Tito's stuff from years ago,
It's
and it's like he dude can't even type in English. It's just he was like watching something, and he was trying to congratulate whoever it was, but he got the complete wrong Twitter handle. He was congratulating some random person, and it made no sense. What he'd as like a short sentence, and you couldn't even. I wish I could get it now, but
Oh fuck!
yeah,
I'm
made
sure
no
it was a
sense at
winner
all.
if
Yeah.
Tito was.
So was it retweeted recently?
No, it was from a long time ago. Actually, it
I'd
was
say it's a good
from
while
maybe
ago.
2013,
Um,
and someone had screen capped it or retweeted it, something like that.
did you see Gregor Gillespie's tattoo?
I
What
saw
does
him
he
getting his
have?
jaw broke. Kevin Lee.
Why? What does he have tattooed on him?
It's like Superman
Yeah.
on the side of his arm.
I saw
Does he
that,
have a
yeah.
It's
Superman
kind of a
logo?
good tattoo, I thought. Like,
He's got good ink. Yeah, I'll say that about.
Yeah, he does actually have a lot of nice tattoos. Now that you say that, I remember he's got.
I can't remember what I was watching, but someone was saying he had a stupid first name, like Gregor,
Gregor, aye.
and they're like, I know it's not very cool. And I'm thinking the whole time, just call him the Hound.
A hound.
Yeah, was that not the Hound's first name? Gregor. What was
I
his
don't know,
first name?
fuck.
Sandor,
Sandor Clegane,
Clegane, and then who's Gregor?
his older brother, the Mountain.
The Mountain. Oh, fucking there you go. Call him the Mountain. He's not that big though.
That big.
No.
Call him the Hill.
Sweet.
How about the bump?
Gregor the Hill Gillespie.
Aye. What is he?
Gregor went up the Hill Gillespie.
What is his handle?
I don't know, man. It's unremarkable.
I didn't even know about him until.
Nah, he's okay. He's been in it. He's been
13,
in some.
13 and 0.
Yeah. He's been
Oh,
in some
I was
yeah.
excited of
Yeah.
to see. But
I thought he was gonna like fucking demolish Kevin Lee.
So did I.
Yeah.
did you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Kevin Lee hasn't been doing well this past
I
while.
know
man.
that.
Yeah.
I know that. But fuck, he got badly beaten.
And when I saw his ingrown hair, I was like,
Fucking
holy fuck! I was like, it
Ingrown
can't
hair,
be.
my fucking hole.
Yeah.
That's a staph
It does,
infection.
It,
like.
does look like staph.
Funnily enough, it's the same spot that he had a staph infection in before that, isn't it?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
It's very,
But-
very close.
Do you know what he won? He fucking took his head off. Did you see it?
Just that
The replay?
replay.
fucking brutal,
I
man.
didn't get out of work in time to see the main fight, but I remember you showed me the replay whenever I got round after. Yeah, it was brutal.
Arlovsky's knockout too, man. It was fucking worth seeing. It was.
Dude, that crazy guy that I was telling you about in the podcast, I think his very first fight in MMA is Andrei Arlovsky. I think it's Arlovsky's maybe very first fight too. And he fights this fucking lunatic in that fucking podcast.
Oh, do you know what I remembered that we need to do? Is my foot on camera?
Yeah.
Put your foot up like that. No, your other foot.
My other foot, like
Yeah.
this.
And then go, just touch the tip. There you go, tip to tip.
Tip to tip.
Yeah, tip to tip. If anyone knows tip to tip is, you're getting in at ground level now, like.
Oh,
You wanna
really?
know, yeah, what tip to tip is.
No, can't say
No
I do.
fucking idea.
No idea. Oh, it was like a few weeks ago, maybe longer. But it's like an MMA show, and they show you shit that happened around the world, and it's like two, I think Polish or either Russian MMA fighters or at the weigh-ins, like face off, and they're just in like briefs, like
Sword
naked
fighting?
apart from briefs. It looks like they both got fucking hard-ons and are like tip to tip,
Oh,
like squaring off. So this
Oh,
became
loving
like
it.
a thing, like people doing tip to tip. And I think the last one I saw was Adesanya with someone else with their shoes on the ground doing
Oh,
that.
really? Good.
And they
Tip
had
to
a little
tip.
splash icon like tip to tip.
Quality.
So
Brilliant.
and whenever you start seeing this now, you're all around
All
the
right,
internet.
then I'll know what
That
that
could
guy
be
is.
let them in.
that could be the name of the episode.
Tip to
to
tip.
Tip to tip.
It's on theme, like.
On the rip to tip. Remember that?
On the rip tip.
That's a real Tyrone thing. I don't think anyone.
Oh, like going down to watch a match or something.
No, what's the name
What'd
of
you
that
say?
band? The fucking more power to your elbow.
Oh fuck, aye, right, aye, yeah.
It's the trip to tip. Do you remember that
Is that a
song?
song?
No.
No,
right,
I don't.
Yeah.
I probably
Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so culty. Like it's
Let's not talk about it. Just give it. It's just
going
making
on,
me-
going on the rip to tip.
It's just making me depressed even thinking about shit like that.
See, I don't mind it. See if it's like Shane McGowan or something like that.
Yeah, the
That-
pogs are
yeah,
different.
that'll
Yeah.
get me really in the mood for some pints and want to have a good time. But if it's something like fucking the Coors or
Coors.
trying to think who else is real Irish. Christy Moore, I don't mind. I don't mind Christy
Yeah.
Moore.
Although saying that, man, is like the bar used to make us play Irish music in it because it was a tourist trap. So during the daytime, for about 5-6 hours, there was just Irish music like the Furies, the fucking Coors. See, if I had to listen to the Coors greatest hits one more time, I'd tear my fucking hair out. But then there'd be an odd fucking song where it'd be like, do you know what's a fucking gangster Irish song? Sinead O'Connor and fucking thingy.
Tom Jones.
No, I would. Fuck Tom Jones. Sinead O'Connor, and I think it's the Chieftains or somebody like that. I don't know who the fuck it is, but it's basically the Foggy Jew. It's how McGregor walks in, that shit that cuts into Biggie.
Her,
Which,
I was gonna say her and Notorious B.I.G.
that would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, him
But
on the
here,
green
man,
suit.
They did. Yeah, well, if they just hologram his ass like they
Yeah.
did with Tupac.
Him
yeah.
on the green suit. Yeah.
There you go, Dana. There's your next idea. McGregor comes back for his fucking...
What's he gonna do now? Adesanya's doing all this fucking dancing like he's a Power Ranger.
Who, McGregor?
Yeah,
He's not
McGregor's
gonna-
gonna have to up the ante.
McGregor's fucking gonna have to do something shocking. But
Walk in with a tiger or something on a fucking chain.
man, he'll just walk in with like a coat made out of whiskey bottles or something like that. He's like, it's proper 12 all the fucking time. And like, like straws coming out of it for people to like drink from his clothing or something like that.
He can't be the same character now when he comes back in, like. Just after all the shit he's done, like.
I say if he's fighting Cowboy, McGregor comes in on a horse. That would be fucking badass, man. You imagine fucking McGregor coming in on a fucking horse and Cowboy's face in the fucking octagon, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
McGregor takes the fucking cowboy hat off, fucks it into the
It's
crowd.
like a green cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Shamrock the fuck out of it.
That would be badass, man. Dana,
Dana, there you
You
go.
want my
We're your
contact
hype.
details?
Come on, man. We're your hype man. Come on. If you're fucking gonna go WWE style like you have been doing with the Rock and the bad motherfucker belt, let us help you and we'll just go the whole hog. It'll make
Yeah.
it good.
I've already helped Johnny Depp
Yeah.
back into his career.
Life coaching Johnny Depp.
He settled with his agents. All
Seems
those,
to be
all
a
that
lot.
shit's
A lot.
done,
Yeah. Since we mentioned Johnny Depp, stuff's happened.
It's
he
no
had a good
coincidence.
It's not a coincidence.
Yeah,
Things
he's had
seem
a
to be
good
doing a
week.
lot better for him. That's all we're gonna say, and we'll leave it at that because we're humble.
Yeah.
We don't like to brag.
Exactly. We have to stay humble at all times.
You got to stay humble.
Yeah.
It's important to stay humble with that shit.
It's
Like,
one of the qualities that the Irish are known for, is being very humble.
as well as
You're quite lucky you have the Irish blood in you.
I do.
Because if it was all American, I
Oh,
don't
it'd be
know,
shocking, man.
you wouldn't be in this house for a start.
I don't think I would be. We'd have very different political views. I'd be talking.
You're all American.
be talking about the Don like he's the second coming of Jesus.
Trying to think, like, if you're all American, your worldview would be completely different.
But then it'd be fucked up, man, because we can't even. Because it'd be different if one of my folks were American and they had that point of view.
Oh yeah.
But like
which
both of-
one? Which parent?
Which parent?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely my dad. I want
Oh,
to
I
be
have him to be American.
redneck from Texas.
Texas.
Could you imagine? He would. All joking aside, my old man, apart from being like, he wouldn't want to be a racist redneck, but he would love. If he had been a cowboy, man, he would have fucking loved that shit.
Owned a ranch.
He would have thought he was
Owned a
John.
ranch
He
and
would
had a
have.
pickup.
Yeah, he would have fucking rode about on a horse, pretending he was John Wayne, saying "Ye fucking ha," teaching me how to shoot a gun and shoot
Going to
tobacco.
Texas barbecue.
That's it.
Fucking yeah.
Fucking telling me that the greatest movie ever made
Would he
was.
carry?
Of course he would. He'd
Yeah.
have two. He'd have two. He'd have one on each hip, like a fucking thinking he was Val Kilmer in fucking Tombstone, Doc Holliday.
The house would just be full of guns. Just
He'd have
everywhere.
one on his hip. He'd have one in the truck. The house would be a fucking redneck's heaven full of guns and fucking not goat heads, but deer heads and like. He'd be like Ted Nugent. That's what you just basically like Ted Nugent. That's apart from like his crazy political views. I'd like to think, and like because I wouldn't think my old man would be teetotal.
I think the thing is, I think he'd be all right in Texas because he's just like keep yourself to yourself and respect your property.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like so, he's not going to fucking annoy anyone.
But
And start
Kev's
preaching about
not.
politics.
Yeah, man, but Kev's not fucking. He's very much like a pacifist. He doesn't, not a pacifist, but like he's not. He doesn't go looking for trouble.
Well, that's
He's
what I
never
mean.
been
Like, he's
that.
not gonna
But
find
then,
trouble.
if he's a redneck full of with a bunch of guns, you never know what his mentality is. That's his Irish mentality.
When he's in Texas, he's all right.
Yeah,
With all
but-
good guns.
Yeah, but there's Mexicans just close to the border, so you never know. There's Mexicans and there's probably all sorts of other people, undesirables.
He has them working on the ranch. That's
What
the
do we just have
Mexicans.
cows on, or like cattle or horses, or is it like?
Oh, I'd
like
say
a
you have
farm?
both. I'd say you have cattle and you have horses.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Yeah. And so, is this Kev's redneck as fuck, and Texan, and my mom's still my mom from Ireland?
Yeah.
That's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah. And you're like fucking. Oh yeah, you're a redneck as fuck.
Because he won't
Fucking-
leave Texas. There's
You
no way.
fucking leave Texas to go to fucking here. in
Something
Tyrone.
bad must have happened that we lost the ranch, because that's the only reason why Kev would leave. Because he would love Texas too much.
No, he came over to Ireland. He loved all the green. He loved seeing so much.
Loved all the
green.
cows,
He
and all the
Yeah,
green.
yeah. He decided he'd be a farmer over here.
I'd rather be a fucking farmer in Texas than a fucking farmer over here. He'd be raging because he wouldn't be able to have guns. They'd take his guns off him. He'd be fucking raging. Be like,
It
what you
depends,
mean
no.
I can't carry my gun?
It depends. You should probably have lived in South Armagh or somewhere instead.
Bandit country.
Yeah, you
close
would
to-
have lived more in bandit country, but not that. Yeah, you aren't far off. Like to be honest,
it's not a million
Yeah,
miles.
I can't say much
yeah, man,
myself.
you fucking...
Yeah. Right
Anyway.
in the very heart of the country.
I still think it would be a funny dynamic trying to see my ma in the middle of Texas trying to deal with Kev as a redneck, like, because, you know,
Yeah.
I know it'd be good. What would you say? Would you say your old man if he had to be something else?
No, I'll say different. I'll say my mum
Your
because I think I get.
Where would she be from? America?
Oh yeah, it should be from. Let's see, where in
France.
America?
French. Your ma's French.
French American.
No, French, and then your dad's
Oh no,
fucking from here.
what?
So,
Yeah,
so she
no, I'll think
trans-
of another country. Yeah, what other
Yeah.
country? Italian.
Italian.
Yeah, fuck Italy.
So
If I was part Italian,
You'd be a
love
fat
that.
whore.
I would.
What is this? You are wanting
just
your
bullshit.
parents to be
We're
different.
just bullshitting here. We went down a really,
We really don't.
Yeah,
But-
we really don't want. We love our parents the way they are, but yeah, we just went down a rabbit hole here. If you had an Italian ma, you'd be fat, man.
Oh,
There'd be
I
no
would.
two ways about it.
Oh, I would. I'd be very fat. I would be like Gakwan.
Is he not Chinese?
You ever seen him? He's fat.
He's
I seen him on TV, right? And he was like a fucking insect, like a stick insect.
Yeah.
And then, like, never paid any attention. And then I saw him in a photograph, and he's like all fat and bloated. It's like, what the fuck happened to dude?
What is he? Is he a cook or is he?
I
He's,
don't know.
he's
No,
like a
I
fashion
don't-
dude or some shit.
I don't know
Who
what-
cares?
He's on YouTube like
Fat
us as
fucking
we
cunt,
speak.
Yeah.
He's probably recording his own YouTube fucking
Here.
bullshit.
Speaking of people that look like bad now, it's like, have you seen Busta Rhymes? What he looks like lately?
Oh, let me think.
Busta Rhymes.
He looks like Tracy Morgan.
He does look like Tracy Morgan. Like, he looks like he ate himself. Like, it's fucked
well,
up.
What age is Busta? Busta's got to be 50 something.
Is he? I'm sure he is.
he's
Man.
gotta
He's
be
been
50
around for a
something,
long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Flip Mode Squad.
That's what you need to realize. Like, all these celebrities we looked up to are like approaching 50s, 60s.
No, don't be saying that.
Like Chuck D's got to be approaching 60.
Ah, yeah, Chuck D. But
Rage are back as well. Yeah.
what?
Rage Against the Machine.
Are they
They're back to play Coachella next year, I think.
Maybe they'll do a European tour.
Not announced so far. I think they've only announced 5 dates in America. But I'm very suspicious of it.
Are they putting out new stuff?
Not that I've heard. I've just heard that they're playing dates.
Man,
But the other, what was it? Prophets of Rage?
Yeah.
Was that the? Yeah, it's gone. That's
Gone altogether?
Yeah, that's not a thing anymore.
Raging.
I never even got the album. Normally I would.
I listened to 1 or 2 of the songs. It was okay. It wasn't anything.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as that last Cypress Hill album.
That was mental. That was fucking mental, man. I put that on at jiu-jitsu one day, and like I forget how long the intro is. Like whenever you're not used to it, and
Yeah.
like people are stopping to look at me and be like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" And I'm like, "No, it's
Really?
cool. It's Cypress Hill. It's just a fucking cool song." Yeah. What's the last fucking album? Even though I've mentioned it before, that I was just been like have listened to death is RTJ2. And number 3 must be coming out soon.
Number 4.
Or number 4, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, number 4 will be coming soon. Yeah. You didn't listen to "I'll Sleep When You're Dead"?
Didn't get it. It wasn't on
Oh,
Spotify.
it's not on Spotify,
Yeah, it
man?
wasn't
Oh,
on
fuck, man,
Spotify,
yeah.
and I forgot
I
about
need to
it.
get you that shit.
Yeah.
Or
Put it on a pen drive for me.
is Fantastic Damage.
I don't know. I don't know if I checked that one. I know
It's
I
another
only.
solo album of his. It's got Dead Disney on it. It's a great track. Shout out to LP,
And Killer Mike.
mostly LP.
Mostly LP.
I like Killer Mike, but
Yeah.
I was a fan of LP
LP's
first.
good.
Def Jux. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll end up setting up our fucking own Wasting Tomorrow label.
Fucking.
Fucking
Do you know-
send in your demo tapes.
Yeah, send it all in.
I've noticed a problem. Hey, it seems to be like that last recording was 20 minutes, but whenever you look at the file, it's saying 10 minutes. And it seems to be the case with all of the things. We'll have,
Yeah, well,
we'll have to deal with it after.
Yeah,
but
we'll have to deal with it whenever we deal with it.
It'd be real slow motion or something.
don't know what it
Like
is.
we're underwater.
And I just turned the camera on, so there could be something wrong. Don't know.
That was a photon laser that struck.
Yeah.
And the whole
Oh, fuck, man, I sat and watched. Excuse me. I was fucking, whenever I came home from work the other night, I had a few smokes and I stuck on that,
tranny porn.
no,
Stuck on that tranny boy.
Stuck on that tranny porn, all about that chicks
Just-
with dicks. Love it. Best of both worlds, man. That way, you know, you get to see.
She bang, she bang.
You get to see anal regardless, you know. Stuck on that Star Trek movie, you know, the first one, the J.J. Abrams. Well, he
Oh,
made
okay.
both of them or all of them, I don't know. But I hadn't seen it in fucking years, man. It's actually decent, although it's like I remember seeing it at the time and Beastie Boys came on. I was like, oh, this is great, but I actually hated the fact that he, you know, crammed us into this movie. But it's in one of the other movies. Part of the plot, how they beat the bad guys, is they find some sort of sonic frequency that they can, you know, use as a weapon against it, and they play a song, and it's fucking Beastie Boys again. And Beastie Boys literally saved the day in Star Trek, in one of the Star Trek movies. And I just remember thinking, I love this, but it also disappoints me so much all at the fucking same time.
Yeah, it's not Star Trek. Look.
Yeah, it's not even the fact that it's Star Trek. I don't give a fuck about Star Trek.
Those movies aren't Star Trek. Look.
They're not. They're space battle that you could call anything.
Space opera.
I'm just more upset about the Beastie Boys being used in them so blatantly, and like, you know, you don't hear the Beastie Boys used in a lot of movies.
Yeah, because they don't license their music.
That's what I mean, and they
so
fucking licensed it to him twice.
maybe just because he's a New York Jew. I don't know.
That's probably a large part of it. Shout
Yeah.
out to the Beastie Boys.
All two of them.
Oh, R.I.P. Kills me that I didn't get to see the Beastie Boys. Fucking kills me, man. The one fucking group that I really wish I had gotten to see, apart from like the
Of all time.
apart from like the
of all
obligatory
time, right.
Led Zeppelins
This
and,
is
you
how
know,
we'll
people
go
like
out
this.
then. This is how we'll go out, right? You have to pick, right, of all time, it can be dead or alive, someone you'd want to see. I'll give you time to
Just
think.
one person.
It could be a person or a band.
Or a band, yeah, but just the one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just one. And yeah, it's a balls out 2 hour.
And they've got to be
concert.
dead.
No, they can be alive
No,
or
it can
dead.
be anybody,
No, it
but
can
like
be anyone.
anybody you just haven't seen before that you would just love to have seen
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
dream
A
world.
real person.
Someone you've not
They
seen.
have to be
that-
real, obviously, like, but you know they can be dead.
someone you've not seen, but you've always dreamed, like, yeah, that'll be a fucking great. Could be anything. It could be like fucking Mozart. It could be.
See,
I don't know.
Somebody like Mozart or Beethoven or something like that. Yes,
Mark Morrison.
It's a pity he's not R.I.P. But
Nelly. You know we follow
Nelly,
these people.
fucking
now.
Nelly, I'll fucking put my
He's
band.
never checked that,
Put
did
my
yous?
bandage on.
What?
I don't follow. I
Twitter?
don't have Twitter.
We do.
You
We have
knew
it.
I
talked
don't.
about
Yeah,
Nelly
I don't
last
have it,
day, right?
but I don't fucking.
At wasting tomorrow.
I know, but I don't have the thing in it. I don't have Twitter. Anyway, back to your question. It would be you could go and appreciate Mozart or Beethoven, but do you want to listen to 2 hours of it? Like,
I'm not.
Is this to
Suck
go to a
yourself, like.
performance? Like, is that what?
yeah, this is the question.
2 hour
It's
gig.
like,
So
if you in an ideal world, right? If someone gave you a magic ticket tomorrow that
I
says,
get the concept, right?
Yeah.
I'm just asking some questions.
It's
about
like Bill and Ted.
man,
But
I
that-
would probably
yeah,
want to go see somebody really, not generic, but like, you know, it would be probably off the top of my head, like, just because I haven't, apart from the Beastie Boys, because I already mentioned them, I've seen Rage, I've seen RTJ, I haven't seen DJ Shadow, but I wouldn't fucking, you know, lose my shit about seeing him. Like, I've seen Queens of the Stone Age, I've seen The Prodigy, I've seen The Chemical Brothers, I've seen plenty of people, but I think maybe who I would want to go see if I had the choice would be fucking The Doors.
Doors.
Yeah. Back in the day, whenever the Doors were fucking, you know, before Morrison became a bloated joke of himself, like basically an Elvis impersonation before Elvis. I would like to see the Doors probably, or else Hendrix, as fucking generic as that is, like, you know,
That's a
you
good
know,
call,
you fucking
yeah.
Hendrix, you know, and I'm not talking. I don't want to see Hendrix wanking at Woodstock for 2 hours. I'd rather see Hendrix somewhere like fucking, somewhere in like London or New York or somewhere like that, in one of those smaller venues that he done. Like, because you know one of those gigs would be just fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Like
Cigarette smoke everywhere.
Yeah, jazz cigarettes going everywhere.
So the Doors.
The Doors or else Hendrix.
Doors.
I don't know
Well,
which
no,
one.
you can only pick one.
Well,
Hendrix was a good call. You made
yeah,
yourself there.
I'd say Hendrix probably, because the Doors are great, but like as good as they are, you want to hear fucking. What are you saying? What are you laughing
I
about?
never said a
I was
word.
saying fucking as
We're
good
just
as
watching you go.
as good as the Doors are, man. You want to hear fucking Hendrix fucking just start cranking that
Fucking his guitar.
Want to hear him fucking do Voodoo Child? Fucking hear that shit cranked up to 11? Fucking melt your goddamn face off. Like, you still listen to that song and you're still just like,
Very good.
Okay, what about you?
I don't know. Is it more questions? Like, it has to be music.
well, that's
Or
just
you
what we're
thinking a
talking about.
magician?
It has to be
Favorite child performer,
I
childhood
don't know,
performer.
fuck, like, so it is about music.
Well, it's
What's
easier.
that dude's name?
David
Chris
Copperfield.
Angel.
Oh yeah, the fucking
Chris Angel.
Chris Angel.
Tonight,
Mind-
Chris Angel.
mind
oh,
freak.
spine. Is it Chris Angel?
Mind Freak. Yeah, Chris
Mind-
Angel, Mind Freak.
But so
Or
it is
David
it is
Glenn.
music. Like.
It's
Yeah,
music.
just for the sake of argument.
Preferably, yeah. Why? What else?
yeah,
do
what
you
do
think?
you
I
wanna
don't know,
see?
like, it's fuck,
Theater?
I don't know. No,
You want to go
you
back
said
and
Mozart.
Cats.
Mozart.
want to go and see Shakespeare back in the day?
Mozart.
Mozart's
Sorry,
music.
yeah, if you want to pick,
No,
no, that's
but,
that's class. I give you that as an example. Yeah, you could say Mozart.
We're just
if
saying you
want.
can go back in time to see anybody you would like, whether if they're dead
Nirvana,
now.
like.
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Yeah, see.
I thought maybe somebody would say Queen.
I thought about it, but
Freddie
then
Mercury at Wembley. Fucking.
yeah.
My uncle seen that, you know.
What?
So the story goes, he was at that gig. Like.
So the legend of your
There we
family
go.
tales.
That's the first myth of the podcast. Gavin's uncle.
Gavin's uncle.
Saw Queen at
It
Wembley.
is. It's well,
Yeah, we're not talking to you, man. You fucking. I don't. None of my family seen him at Wembley, so
I'm going
can't-
to tell my nephews all kinds of things.
Oh, if I doubt.
I
whether
was at
I'm-
Woodstock.
Oh, if I ever have children, I am gonna lie to them about everything, man. It's like whenever they ask me about the like stuff for school, I'm gonna be like, "Oh no, I invented that." You know, like really, I just bold face lie to them, just fucking, because they're not gonna know, and then they'll go in and they'll tell their teacher, be like, "Well, actually, my dad says this, and this."
Yeah.
Be like, "The Earth is flat, and you know." The lizard people do run the country.
It'd be like my dad went hunting and killed a wolverine in Alaska.
With his bare hands. He's like, did you ever? I think they made a movie about it. What is it? Wolf Puncher with Liam Neeson.
My dad has a unique set of skills. He will find you.
Yeah, you just show the kid Liam Neeson movies and Bloodsport. That's it. That's all he fucking gets shown.
Oh.
And 80s cartoons.
So who would it be for you, Paul?
This is
it's
stuff. This is
difficult,
parent
actually, yeah.
gold you should be taking on board for your child, because you have a male child, a masculine child.
It's different, whenever you have a child. You always
I
think
haven't seen
that
you
you
say
would,
that, but I don't know. I think
half
I
the
would.
time you don't get sleep and, it's fucked up.
Yeah, but that's why you need to balance it out with this fun shit, because you're gonna have the kid regardless. So you need to have fun with it. So this is all good, clean, wholesome fun. You're not, the kid doesn't know any better until it gets a lot older, and then it realizes you were filling it full of shit and making fun of him. And then by that point, he already hates you anyway. So it'd be all right. See,
I don't
yeah,
know.
you
I
listen
don't
to
know.
me. I'll teach you how to raise your kid. Don't worry. And don't worry, Paul. If you ever have kids too, I'll teach them right. I can be that fun uncle that tells them, lies.
Ways of the Wu-Tang.
Oh, it's fucking Wu-Tang for life. Shout out to the fucking Wu-Tang.
So who's it going to be, Paul?
He's going to be... it's difficult, actually.
There you go, man.
Yeah,
You just
it is
said it.
difficult.
I should have said that. Like, not
The
that they're.
Wu-Tang. I will...
But you want to see Wu-Tang back in like the 90s, man. Back in the
ODB.
day.
Yeah,
Fucking
ODB
back
still
in the
there.
slums of Shaolin. Whenever they're fresh.
There's no one, I don't think, Probably maybe Zeppelin back in the day.
See, I was
Or
going to say that too, and I thought it was too generic.
There you
AC/DC
go.
whenever Bon Scott was still alive. I'm trying to think of really good live. Actually, Queen's not a bad answer. Like, it's really not.
But it's
Yeah,
not like
maybe Zeppelin. Not that it would be my favorite, but just the experience of seeing Zeppelin at their peak, like
yeah.
before Jimmy went down the dark path. Fucking
Fucking obviously because they haven't been together since both of them died, but like, you know, just to see that lunatic going fucking batshit on the drums, man. Like the whole thing, as you say, it'd be amazing to see all of those people
The
plant.
Who would be good too. Actually, thinking about it.
Yeah, but then Pete Townsend's a dick, and fucking Roger Daltrey's not much fucking better. I don't know. There's something about him I don't like. Maybe it's his curly hair.
Roger Daltrey.
There's something about him I can't warm to. I don't know. I really don't. I fucking hate Pete Townsend. I really do. I hate his fucking face and everything about him. And also apparently he's a pedo, so double fuck him on that. Fucking Woody Allen that shit. Fuck him.
All allegedly.
Allegedly.
All allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pete Townsend's quite litigious.
Oh, and he can be as litigious as he wants. It's like this is all stuff that's been in.
That
Yeah.
has nothing to do with me.
This is all stuff that's been in the news that I've read. Like, it's not like I'm fucking Eddie Bravo here, you know. Look into it. You know, Pizzagate.
Yeah.
It's fucking,
I got.
again, allegedly. I just don't like Pete Townsend. Sorry.
No.
Went off on a
that's
rant
good.
there.
It's a good way to finish it. Ryan hates Pete Townsend.
Yeah. Ryan hates a lot of people. Don't worry, we'll come to realize this.
Yeah.
I
I still love back in the day, your vision. You know what I'm going to say?
Oh, I know immediately what you're going to
Yeah.
say.
Do you want to say it better? You say it better yourself.
Well, it was. Well, it all comes from fucking whenever we were watching Alan Partridge all the time. That's what it
This
was.
might be different. Go on.
With the Apache?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's where
Tell it with all your passion the
That's
way
where
you
it-
told me.
That's where it fucking came from.
You're so excited. Imagine Ryan really excited.
But that was also. Do you remember I was going through a little bit of shit around that time as well, which
Oh,
is why
perfectly,
I had the all the hatred towards that
You
area.
you don't need
I'm
to
not,
tell me.
Yeah, we're not saying anyway. But anyway, my dream was just to fucking to learn how to fly an Apache helicopter, and just there's part of a village where is about a mile from where I live, and it just should be wiped off the earth as far as I'm
Here
concerned.
or in America?
Here. Should just be carpet bombs, just exterminated. Just there's only maybe 2 families that I would save in that village, and both of them I know personally. And it's the only reason why they're getting spared. Other than that, they'd be gone. Anyway, I'd just fly up over. There's a little hill, and like Paul knows this. Fucking come up with an Apache helicopter, and I'd have speakers on the side of that bitch, and fucking what is it, Flight of the Valkyries or Ride of the Valkyries, just playing up till 11, just waking every cunt up at 7:00 in the morning, and then when they all come out of their houses being like, oh, what's that noise? They just see me rising up over the hill in this helicopter, unleashing ungodly hell on them. Everyone gets Gatling guns with the fucking gun at the start. Then hellfire fucking missiles, everything until that place is just a smoldering rubble, and I am just laughing like the Joker, cackling like a lunatic. And then after that, I'm done. I don't care what else happens after that. I'll be content. If they have to shoot me down, then I've died happy. And I'd imagine they would have to shoot me down if I had killed several. I don't know how many people live there. Would it be 100?
Oh, a few hundred.
No, there's not a few hundred
There
in
is.
that one.
There
Not in the
is.
old one. This is before the new part was built. We're not discounting with those people. Probably half of them would be wiped out in this tragedy because this
Ethnic cleansing.
this baptism of fire, because half of the ones that live in the new part are all just the children of the people that lived in the old part, so they'd be gone anyway.
Yeah.
There's only about 40 houses in that, man. They could all get fucking There is, yeah.
Maybe a bit more.
There's 2 families that would be saved. Apart from that, the rest of them's gone. Shut up.
I was expecting something to do with Partridge.
Yeah, but it all came from back in the day with Alan Partridge. Whenever fucking it was Michael was talking about fucking his fantasy of it, he'd be like, "I come up with my Apache helicopter."
Oh, that is it is a reference.
Yeah, he was talking about going mental and shooting his boss or somebody that
Alright.
pissed him off in an Apache, and I was like, "That dude's on point."
I think I remember that now, yeah.
I agree with him 100%.
He was in the TA or something.
Move and fire. Yeah, he was, man. Oh fuck! You should. Did you ever watch that again recently?
Fuck. What's the last one I would have seen?
It's on Netflix, man. Like I sat down and watched it again. There's only like you forget how little is to a season of that show.
Oh yeah, it's only
Like maybe a handful of episodes, but fucking Michael is just by far and away priceless in that show.
The
Like,
travel lodge days are probably the best. When he gets the house,
it gets a bit
it's
repetitive,
alright,
yeah.
yeah.
Because I don't like that girlfriend. It's better whenever he doesn't have the girlfriend. Sonia.
he's obsessed with Bond.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
Bond's so crap, because like that's part like Partridge knows that, or Steve Coogan knows that. That's why Partridge is so into Bond.
Because he's so shit.
Yeah.
See when
That's
he
who they
meets
should-
like sort of guy that he's like, is it?
Oh yeah, the guy that's the other Lexus driver,
Aye.
and then he tries to take him home to get him to bang his wife, and he's all freaked out about it.
Oh, those driving gloves as well.
Yeah,
Lexus, it's the Japanese Mercedes.
That's what you need to get, some driving
I
gloves.
do.
Yeah,
I do
man,
have
you need
them.
some driving gloves for your fucking baller ass car.
I do drive with them. Like I do make Partridge references
Sweet,
Yeah.
when I'm wearing them.
and you put them on.
Yeah,
And then
Oh, you
can-
do have ones?
I do have them.
And then
Oh,
do you use them as double for like golfing whenever you go golfing as well?
No,
Because you
no,
use a
no,
golfing glove.
different gloves for different things.
Start calling you OJ.
Gavin just screams constantly, "If the glove doesn't fit, you must
Yeah.
quit." Gavin, you didn't do anything wrong.
Chewbacca.
Doesn't matter.
It's a Wookiee.
He calls his car the White Bronco. Yeah, you're just screaming about Johnny Cochran. You'd be like, that's a you use up your wish not to see a band, but to fucking get Johnny Cochran. You're just like, just in case something goes wrong, I want Johnny Cochran. Chewbacca is a Wookiee, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
And we'll end on that South Park
Chewbacca
reference.
is a Wookiee.
Chewbacca is a what?
A Wookiee.
A Wookiee?
A walkie. Wookiee.
He's a walkie-talkie.
I don't know, fuck man.
Boom. That'll do us.
Remember Star Wars?
Remember? Have you watched any of that?
Member berries?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. That's out of right few years like.
I was
remember
watching it
Chewie?
again recently, man. It's too good. I love member berries.
Yeah.
It's just whenever they were driving about in the car and they hear the fucking little one banging in the back and they pull over and they're like, "Shut up, we're gonna kill you, remember?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah."
It's a weird thing they came up with, like, but it's fucking.
It's fucking
It just works, like.
because they're just talking about Star Wars all the time, and then they do all this. But that's what's so great about them, man. It's obviously I'm explaining member berries, which you don't need to do, but they tell you all these little cute, little funny things,
Yeah.
and then they drop in this really racist shit in the middle of it
Yeah,
to
yeah,
try
yeah,
and
yeah.
brainwash you.
I'm just remembering what we were watching or was it Sunday night? Fucking Borat.
Right.
I can't even say it.
If you haven't watched the Borat movie in a while, fucking watch that shit.
Watched it in
man.
the right way now.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Whenever you haven't seen it again in years, it's like my favorite bit of the whole movie. He just stuck on the other night on YouTube where it's Borat's driving along and he sees this woman in the States having a yard sale or like just getting like all the shit she's just selling from her house, like bits and pieces. And he's like, "Oh, there's a gypsy camp there. Let's pull over and get some of their tears to get rid of this curse." And he just gets out and he's just sitting there talking to this woman. This is just an American fucking housewife bitch. And he's like, "I've come to look at your treasures, gypsy. Do not..." I can't even do it, man.
Yeah.
It's like he just starts like saying all this shit to her, and she's like, "I'm not a gypsy. I'm an American woman." And he finds a Barbie in a box, and he's like, "Who is this woman, Gypsy? Is she the owner of the house that you've shrunk?" And it's fucking amazing, man. But he wants the gypsy's tears to protect him from AIDS. Like that's why he wants them, which is the best part of the whole thing.
I'm going to get that shit, definitely.
It's Gavin. I watched it about. It must be about 6 or 7 months ago now, man. Like, watched the whole movie, and it's been years since I seen it, and it is fucking brilliant. Just even like the little bits where he's bickering with his neighbor at the start, when he's like, "I get a step, he gets a step. I get a window, he gets a window." He's like, "I get clock radio, he cannot afford." Great success. Right, that'll do us. Cut that shit. Yeah,
We wrap it up. Yep.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. All right. Good night, folks.
Right, good luck.
Peace out, motherfuckers.
Good night.